Turn to Benji's Corner.
Let's gather from all around the globe and join a Benji D Corner as we share the untold stories of individuals that have impacted society in their own right. Presented by renowned broadcast journalist Benji D. Turn to the corner every week for great talk, creating good vibes as we discover new transformations and great conversations. Watch Benji D Corner on Facebook and YouTube, streaming live, showcasing community stories that affluent our lifestyle. And now, welcome Benji D, the voice, and her various guests.
Turn to Benji's Corner. Turn to Benji's Corner. Turn to Benji's Corner.
Let's gather from all around the globe and join a Benji D Corner as we share the untold stories of individuals that have impacted society in their own right. Presented by renowned broadcast journalist Benji D. Turn to the corner every week for great talk, creating good vibes as we discover new transformations and great conversations. Watch Benji D Corner on Facebook and YouTube, streaming live, showcasing community stories that affluent our lifestyle. And now, welcome Benji D, the voice, and her various guests.
Turn to Benji's Corner. Turn.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I believe we are on time. And our YouTubers, good evening. It's great to be back. It felt like it was such a long time that I was on, but it's always a pleasure. Welcome each and every one of you who will be tuning in. And those of you who will be watching the live stream and sharing with your friends, I want to thank everyone for making our numbers add up every single week. We could see the numbers are adding up. This is what we want. We appreciate the support. Keep on sharing, keep on liking our material. This is our 10th episode. They usually say 10th is a charm, and that's our 10th episode. That means we've overcome certain obstacles, and now we are moving forward for better and much, much, much better. I want to say hello to my publicist, Natasha from Let's Boss Talk, the lady who put fire under my feet, who really makes everything possible. And also I want to thank Alan Daphnis from 4 Diaspora TV and WPBR 1340 AM. Last week we had a great show with our two super guests, Sexy K from Cœur d'Espoir organization. She has this shoe drive that's still going on. You could go on the page and you could donate a brand new pair of shoes to the children of Haiti. The goal is 1,000 shoes. That's the big movement. And the numbers need to add up. So wherever you are, if you cannot go and buy the shoe, you could always go on the webpage and give a donation, and they will purchase the pair of shoes for the children of Haiti. And we want to thank Sabine Saint-Fleur from Beanie's Lemonade, the great boss of mine. That's my gift. That's my gift that I got. It was a birthday gift that I got from Beanie's because she got tired of having me using these weird cups that I've been using to have mommy's tea, ginger tea, that I love to have so much. So as you could see, this is my Beanie's, and this was for doing great work as a Beanie's ambassador. And I'm proud to drink my tea and also my beanies throughout the day. I drink it from this cup. So that's my special cup. Go ahead and order your beanies lemonade. If you're having an event, you're having a party, and you like beanies to be one of your vendor, just check out the IG page. It's Beanie's Lemonade, and also on Facebook, Beanie's Lemonade. We want to thank our sponsors for making this program possible, of our partners, Law B. Masnikoff and Associate, for all your workers' compensation cases and disability cases. We want to thank Jadee and Associate Tax Services, Personal and Business Tax, for over 20 years of experience. The number is 561-376-0220. Jadee Technical Institute, Bookkeeping and Accounting, same number, 561-376-0220. Netronics, who makes all the system possible, who works it out. I want to thank Louis and Trevor. It's really great to be back with you. I don't know. Usually the my throat is dry. I think I had too much of the dinner. That's what happened to me. Just bear with me. I can't really function with a dry throat. So we're gonna get there. You are on the corner with Benji, your host, as I bring to you every week a guest, an individual who has really made an impact, and not only in the community, but also with their accomplishment, where they are and how they started and what led them to be in the position that they are. And we like the stories they share. It really, it's moving, and we get to know our guests on a different level. And that's what I like a lot with our platform. It's very unscripted, it's very authentic, and the guests come open-minded, and I appreciate the way they go deep inside and really pull so much out of themselves. And last week I had a great time getting to know Caroline Jean Baptiste. That was very amazing. I want to thank her for being my guest last week on Benji Corner. Tonight we have for you Mr. D, Dieunet Demosthene, Mr. D, who's a finance professor at FAU, at the Executive MBA program, finance professor, Florida Atlantic University in Boca Raton. He's also the president of Jadee Technical Institute and Jadee Technical Services, Tax and Personal Business. He has also taught finance classes at South University undergraduate program, and he has his own accounting firm providing accounting services to small and medium-sized businesses, including tax, to individual and businesses. We're going to find out much more about Mr. D. And this is really great. We need to discover many of these individuals that are really involved in the community, really doing great work. And quite often, we don't hear much about them. And what we do differently around the corner, we make a difference. We make a difference where we bring those individuals to really get personal. They get a very deep and personal level, and I enjoy listening. And I know you at home watching with us and streaming on YouTube, you as well enjoy listening to them. In a few minutes, we will have our guests for you. First, I want to thank my friends, my two beautiful, great friends. I want to say thank you to Jalisha, who's watching right now, and also little Diel and Jordan. Thank you guys for watching. Those are the young fans. They always tune in after the fact, not on the same night because they're already in bed. So they usually tune in the next day where they watch Benji D Corner. And I have a big surprise coming up for them. Stay tuned on the Benji D Corner. So we're making an extra little improvement because we believe in the whole family together. So Benji D will have something new coming up for you because we have reached, I'd say this is our small milestone with our 10th episode. So we like to celebrate, as things are growing, we like to continuously celebrate. It's not just when you reach the top. As we're growing, we like to celebrate. So today is a big day for me because I feel like, whoa, I'm on my 10th episode. That means I can go higher and higher and higher. And it's not possible without my guests, without you, the audience who's been watching and subscribing to our channel, Benji D Corner. Thank you once again. And very soon we will have our guest for you. But we want to quickly share a few words of wisdom with you. I was thinking, what could I share with you this evening? What are mistakes? Mistakes are not something that we just say, oh, I made a mistake. The same mistakes that you make today will be lesson learned later on. That's what I usually hear. But some mistakes are not worth making because some mistakes can get you in catastrophe that there's no turning back. So you want to be extremely careful not to make certain mistakes. But some mistakes, you learn so much that unfortunately you had to go through that process of those mistakes in order for you to turn around and make things better. But if it's a mistake that can be costly, you don't want to do that. You don't want to make those type of mistake that could put your life in danger. But if it's a mistake where you have to learn to grow, you have to learn to be better and not risking too much. It's a mistake where you can lose money. You could always work again and make the money. But if your life is on the line, you want to be extremely careful. You don't want to make those type of mistakes because you make the wrong turn. Because wrong turns can lead to catastrophe. That was my words of wisdom for you today. I see my guest on the background, Mr. D. It is great. We are going to have a great time this evening with you on the Benji D Corner. Thank you. Thank you once again for tuning in with us tonight. Everybody tell you why you're always fixing your headset. What happened? Let me see. I'm thinking tonight if I remove my headset. Okay. See, it's not the same. It doesn't feel the same without my headset because I'm so used to being doing broadcasting in a radio setting. So I gotta have my headset. Without my headset, it's just not making sense to me. I gotta have my headset. We're not gonna take too much time. Oh, I see the little one. Oh my god, I see Mr. D. I see little D Junior. Oh, I want to take that shot. No, don't let him go away. Don't let him go away. No, we want to see him. Come on, that's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Because we want to see you. Say hi.
Oh my
Hello,
God.
we're
Hi.
the Demosthene.
Nice meeting
Mm-hmm.
you. What a pleasant surprise. You came to cheer up daddy?
She says she's nice. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Oh, so cute. You look so much like daddy. Wow. This is great. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the corner. Welcome, Mr. D.
All right. Thank you, Miss Benji. How you doing?
Doing great, doing great. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to have you around the corner with me. It's great. It's great. I'm always excited. And it's always the red carpet for all my guests. Not often somebody gets to have you
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I appreciate that. Thank you for
Oh,
having me.
I'm happy. I'm honored to have you. Look at your son. Oh, I like the surprise. That's the thing. You never know who's gonna pop
Yeah,
up, who's
this
gonna
kid
be
loves
around.
his daddy.
I think he's daddy's boys. That's what I must say.
Yeah.
You daddy's boy?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're good friends. Yeah.
I can tell. How
Yeah.
old is he? He makes my job easier tonight. How old are you?
How old are you, Jed?
I'm 6.
A big 6 years old like that? Oh my God. This is amazing. This is great. You're a big six. Anyway, nice to see you.
All right.
You look
All right.
very cute.
Bye.
Bye,
Uh,
sweetie. Mwah. Nice meeting you.
she said nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, have a good
All right.
night. Now it's night night. You gotta go to school tomorrow.
Yeah. Go. Bye. I'll see you when I'm done. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, that's so cute. Ah,
Could you close it up for me?
that's daddy's boy for sure. Mr. D, I've mentioned this is my great professor at FAU Boca Raton, Florida. Oh my God. Whoa. How did you land such a position like that at the university?
Well, it's a story in itself. Yeah. Yes. Can you lock my door, please? Yes. Yes, you can. Can you lock the door, please? All right. All right. So, this story, it's like a story within a story. See, here's what
Uh-huh.
happened, right?
I'm all
Uh,
ears and I like to
I
listen to
was
stuff.
trying to, yeah, I was trying to sign up for the CMA exam where I can become, where I can get a certification to add to my accounting degree. And I went to FAU and I tried to sign up for the class. And the gentleman who interviewed me, who's the director, told me that, hey, with your credential, I think you can teach one of the class. So I was like, okay. So I sent him my resume. We set up another interview, and then when I went there, he was impressed, and he's like, hey, I'd like you to teach one of the classes in the program. So that's why I end up being one of the professors at FAU. in the finance department, teaching part of corporate finance.
Wow, we're really proud to know that you're a professor over there. This is really great. Just by going for classes, and I guess it wasn't meant to be. It was something that was for
It
you
was, yeah,
because you didn't even went to look, and the door just opened up for you. This is that's
yeah.
I
I mean,
like this.
when God have something in store for you, hey, bro, it's yours. God trace a path for you. You just have to walk your path and with your, your destiny and with your potential. Sometimes we tend to be scared because we don't know what's gonna happen, so we might be a little reluctant to follow that. But it's always good to walk in your purpose, I like to say.
That's good. You mentioned it's the credentials, but I know there was a beginning. You did not just land and become a professor just like that. How was the path like? Coming here, and here you are,
It was,
sir, at a big university in Boca Raton, Haitian
yeah,
American.
it was, yeah, it wasn't easy. But one thing I learned is that when you have a support system, when you have people that believe in you, when you have people that want to see you succeed, so many times you have to make them proud, even if not for yourself, but for them, for your family. When I came here about 20 years ago, I came here with a dream. My dream was to be somebody uh, that have values in society, not just somebody who's going to take, but somebody who's also going to give, somebody who's going to contribute. So, and I know one way to make my dream come true is to go to school because I realized that going to school is gonna give me the opportunity to reach the potential that I had. So I went to school. I did high school here, and then I went to college and get my degree. And it wasn't easy. It was hard because I was going through high school, working full time. At times I worked 45, 50, 60 hours a week while going to school. It
Live
was
with your
tough.
parents? Did you live with your parents when you immigrated here?
Well, when I came here, I lived with my dad, and after a year living with my dad, there were some issues with him and his wife at the time, and things didn't work out. So everybody go their separate ways. I end up going to live with a friend of mine, and that friend really supported me. Um, this guy took me in like a brother to him, even though we're from the same city in Haiti. But the way he accepted me, he took me and he said, "Listen, if you want to go to school, as long as you're going to school, you're not gonna get yourself in trouble. You're welcome to stay here while you go to school." So I stayed with him for about 2 years, and then I went to place and stayed by myself until I finished high school and go to college.
How at that time? How old were you when you rented the place on your own?
So I didn't hear that. What was that?
How old were you when you rented the place on your own?
I was about 20.
So, young man, 20 years old, your own apartment, and you still remain focused?
Oh, I had to. I had no choice. I had no choice because I wasn't born in a rich family with a silver spoon in my mouth, like they say. So I know that my mother was still in Haiti. She was counting on me. My brothers and my sisters that were in Haiti, they were counting on me to do the right thing. So it's almost like I could not afford to make that grave mistake of not going to school. I had to stay focused. I had to, you know, to try to do the right thing for myself and for my family as well.
That's good. That's good. So, what was your first degree in college?
When I finished high school, I went to Palm Beach State. I got an associate in arts degree with an emphasis in business administration. And then I did the two plus 2. You do 2 years at Palm Beach State, and then you do another 2 years at FAU. So I did another 2 years at FAU where I earned a bachelor in accounting degree. After I get my bachelor, I took a little break, and then 2 years later, I went to Lynn University where I earned my MBA in finance.
Wow. But you're so humble in spite of all these accomplishments. Because in your bio, I didn't see any of that
Well,
information. He's very humble.
yeah, I know. Well, listen, one cannot accomplish these things without a few things. One is to have people that support you. So whatever it is that I accomplish, I don't believe that I did them by myself. I couldn't. I couldn't do it by myself. My dad was there for me. I had a lot of friends that was there for me. So, and besides, me, I have my knowledge, my degree, so that I can serve. Okay, that's my primary purpose is to be able to serve, whether it's in my personal life, whether it's my in my business. I do my business to serve with the primary purpose of serving. I have my degree with the primary purpose of serving other people, not to self-serve. Because when you self-serve, you only satisfy yourself. But when you serve other people, then you satisfy not only other people, but you live within your purpose.
You've taught at South University. What was the experience at South University like?
It was pretty good. I thought corporate finance and the undergrad program at South University. It was a nice experience. So, it's a private university, so they treat you well, and it was really a nice experience. I really enjoyed that.
So, from South University, did you think about having your own business as soon as you were done with college, or did it come later on after teaching at the university?
I'm sorry, what was that? Can you repeat the question?
I said, did you open up your own business right after finish college, or after you taught at the university, then you decided you're going to open up your own business?
Oh, I opened my first business back in 2010. I have an accounting firm where I offer accounting for small businesses and the medium-sized businesses, and I also provide tax services for individuals and businesses. So that happened right after I get my master's degree. That's when I started with my own business. And most recently, I opened a technical school. It's called Jadee Technical Institute, and
How's this going?
that
How is it
this is
going?
it's going good. It's going good. I mean, to be honest with you, what I enjoy the most is not doing tax return. What I enjoy the most is not doing accounting for a business or an individual. What I enjoy the most is teaching.
I'm
So
pretty
when
sure.
I find myself in front of a group of students and I'm teaching, that's like life to me. I love it. I enjoy it, especially when after you teach a concept and the student get it. It's almost like flicking on a light, and it's just you can see everything so clearly. So that's what I love about teaching is that knowing that somebody didn't understand the concept or they misunderstood it or they didn't understand it at all, and then for you to take that concept and get them to see it and see it clearly. To me, that's one of the biggest joy that I can have.
Do you have to be good in math to be in accounting or finance? It's just someone who's not so good
You
in math.
do. You have to be.
So that would never work for
You
me.
have to be good in math because, well, don't say that. If you have a good teacher like myself, we can compensate for your lack in math. Okay, but to be an accountant, you have to be good in math. You have to know your math because, first of all, by the time you get to a bachelor degree in accounting, you have to take a whole lot of math classes. You have to start with college algebra at the college level. Then you have to do statistics. You have to do quantitative method and business. The name of the class is scary, let alone what you're gonna have to do in that class. So you have to do a lot of math. And when you start doing some of the accounting, you have to know the math. When you start doing budget, capital budgeting, when you have to start preparing financial statements, even though today we have a lot of software that can do a lot of the work for you, but you have to understand what's happening behind the scene with these numbers. So it's good to have a very good, solid background in math if you're gonna do finance, if you're gonna do accounting.
That's great. You got all the accomplishment done, all the studies, but we see a little boy. When did that come about, having a family? When was this
Um,
decision?
I've been married for a long time. I've been married for a long time, for 16 years now, and my son is 6. So you do the math. So yeah, I
That's a
might look
huge
a
man.
little young, but I got a lot of mileage on my tank.
I don't know about that. We're looking at a very, very, very young face now. We don't even have to do so much adding. But what's amazing to me is the fact that you left your dad's house very young, 20 years old, and you still remain focused. That's the most amazing part to me.
Yeah.
Because typically, 20 some year old, between 20 and 25, they think about the parties and the booze and the ladies and everything. There was never a time there was any pressure for you?
Of course, I mean, I would be lying to you if I tell you there wasn't no pressure. There were a lot of pressure. And not only there were a lot of pressure, there were a lot of different paths that I could have taken.
Mm.
So, but one of the things that I determined early on is that other people can make mistakes like that. Other people can take that path. They might still get a second chance. But for me, I had one chance to get it right. You see, what happened when I came here, I was already 18 years old. Okay, I was already 18 going to 19. The school didn't want to accept me. I went to register at St. Lucius. They wouldn't accept me because they're like, well, he's already almost 19 years old. He's not gonna graduate on time. And considering some of the issues that they had with other people in the past, they're like, nah, they're not gonna accept you. But then someone took a chance on me. He's like, you know what? Why don't we give him a chance and see? If he screwed up, then we'll kick him out. But at least let's give him a chance. And they did. So I could not let that person down. I had to do everything that I could do with God's grace to make it work. And I believe it worked because I get out of high school without any trouble, and I did what I had to do.
Which professor had a great impact on you in high school?
Uh, I had a high school science teacher named Carla K. Sweeney. Carla K. Sweeney was a wonderful individual. We still stay in contact. We still stay friends. From time to time, I visit her at St. Aloysius. When she met me for the first time, she's like, "I like you, and I'm gonna take you as my own son because she never had a son." This woman will take me to the library to get my first library card. She she will bring me to Barnes and Noble to buy me books, buy me dictionaries, buy me school supplies. She was very nice to me. At times, she would take me to her house in the afternoon where I will sit and do my homework before I go home and introduce me to her family. So she really did have an impact on me to see how much grace, um, um, how much she was willing to give to somebody that she barely met, somebody whose skin color looked different from hers, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Somebody who had no and no reason to take an interest in me, because what was I going to do for her in return? Nothing except my gratitude. But yet she took a chance, she embraced me, and I'm very grateful for her. Which is one of the reasons why, even in my own teaching, I always try to see if I can find at least one person that I can influence in a positive way, so that this person can pay it forward as well.
I had told and promised the ladies that it was to end the celebration of Women History Month, and we were going to have you because, you know, they need the finance. What advice would you have to uh, women that are small business owners? And there's so many boss ladies, whether they're brand creator or they own their own business or they have salons and they're improving. There's so much they're doing. What advice would you have for them from an accounting finance perspective
Yeah.
to grow?
One of the things that I see happen when, when meeting with business owners, whether they are small business owners or people who are just starting their own, uh, taking their entrepreneurial spirit and put them into a money making idea, is that you may have a wonderful idea, it may be a great idea to make money, but don't assume that you can do everything. Okay, that's one mistake you have to try to avoid. So a lot of people have a wonderful idea on how to start a business, how to run a business, but then the lack of accounting skills, the lack of management skills can cause you to run the business adrift. Okay, so it's important, if you're gonna start your own business, you don't have to go at it alone. It's okay to have somebody with the proper skills to help you set things up, to help you manage things, to help you, to give you direction. Of course, you have to be careful because somebody will be more willing to steal your wonderful idea as opposed to helping you see your idea come to life. So it's important to surround yourself with people that share your passion, that share your vision, people that understand where you're coming from, people that want to see you succeed. Once you find these people, you surround yourself with them, and then from there you find the right set of skills of people to help you. Let me give you an example. Suppose that you're starting a business. Well, that's good, you want to start a business, but do you have a budget? Do you have a business plan? Do you know how you're going to run the business to consistently turn out a profit? All right. So if you know these things, you put them in practice, then it's gonna help you because then you can focus on other aspects of the business while someone else may be focusing on the finance of the business, because they are equally important. Because if you don't take care of the finance, guess what? You're gonna make money in one door, it's gonna come out in another door, and you'll get discouraged, and eventually you're gonna have to close your door. Which is one of the reasons why I started that school, because this school is not a school where I teach everything. I focus on specific set of skills that I know small business owner will have to have in order for them to be successful. I teach you how to start a business, how to run the business, what sort of information that you will need, even if you're not the one doing the accounting, but having somebody doing the accounting for you. If you have the right set of skills, then you can ask the right questions, you can look for the right report, and you can use those reports to make the right decisions. So it's very important. If you're going to start a business, you have to take care of that. And one last thing I want to say about that, especially for women, sometimes they can be intimidated by the numbers, they can be intimidated by the accounting, by the finance. You don't have to be intimidated, you have to be informed. If you can be informed, be knowledgeable, then you can make the right decisions when it's time for you to make the right decision.
From your experience in watching so many businesses that have opened up, particularly in our community, and usually you don't hear like the numbers. If you Google, you can get that information to know the business worth, and everything kind of remain the same. You don't see, people would say, "Oh, you don't really see the progress." There are few you see that they are progressing. They've upgraded their facility, and you see that they're doing more ads. But like you said, before they start, they have to know what to do and they have to have the information. But lately, we have some of our young entrepreneurs,
Sorry.
they use different format, different ideas, different skills to just start up the businesses and they're making money. What's your suggestion to them? Should they just remain where they just working as if like it's a little personal on the side, or should they have a broader mindset where they want something to grow more on a higher scale? Because in the other communities, you'll hear, okay, we have this 14-year-old, he already become a millionaire. And all he does, he created a cup. But in our community,
Hmm.
you rarely hear that. So what do you think that's really lacking? That's not making it possible.
I, I think one of the things that is lacking is that you may have a wonderful idea, but that wonderful idea cannot come to life to be able to turn a profit without some seed money. I think one of the things that we're lacking, especially in our community, since we are Haitian, so we can talk specifically about the Haitian community, is that there are a lot of young Haitians that have wonderful money making idea, but because they don't have the first $5,000 to start that business, that idea end up being in the
Right.
grave because they don't have that $10,000 to start that business. They can't. But here's the problem. A lot of times it's not that these funds are not available. The
Mhm.
funds are available, but they don't know where to go to get them. So that's why I think it'll be a wonderful idea. Eventually, one of the things that I want to do in my own school is to create a forum, create a space so that business owners can come and talk about different ideas, some sort of an incubator, so that not only they can have the idea, but they can find resources, pull resources together to make it happen. Here's another thing, right? That we're lacking, especially in our community. We don't believe in partnership. We believe in sole proprietorship. We believe in me and myself alone. Well, some wonderful idea that you have, it might be better off to partner with somebody that might have a vision that is totally different from your vision, but at least we share a common goal. And with that common goal, we can create a venture, a joint venture. We can create a partnership, whereas I do this, you do that, and we make it happen. But a lot of times we just want to be successful alone. We want to reach the top
So,
by ourselves. Yes, you can. Many times that happen, but it's a lot harder to reach the top by yourself as if you have somebody that you can stand on that person's shoulder to reach the top.
so you think if you create these forums that you talk about, where you educate um, the ones that have those ideas and what they can do, but in our community, particularly like we're talking about it, um, let's say you'll see a business and few years it no longer exists. The person was just passing by. And you have a young person who say, but why should I? These people, they never start something and finish. You hear that a lot in our community. So and so had a business, but where are they? They're
Yeah,
no longer
yeah,
there.
yeah.
They just want to there's no longevity in creating. But how does that really help if we want to be a community that's more empowered economically? What more can be done?
Yeah, I think the problem is what are we doing? Because you see, um, I don't know if you experience going to Haitian businesses, Benji, which I love to do. I love to support Haitian businesses, but
So do
at
I.
times you're asking yourself, why should I give you my money? What? Why should I give you my money? Simply because you're Haitian, I have to go to your business? No, no, because I work hard for my money. I'm gonna spend the same amount of money that I'm spending at Walmart at your grocery store. So why won't you treat me like they're treating me at Walmart? If you want your business to succeed, you want your business to last, you start at the very basic. Respect your customers. Show them respect. Nobody is telling you every time a Haitian person is coming to your business, you have to lay a red carpet. like Benji is doing for me tonight. No, you don't have to always do that. But at least what you can do is to respect those customers. Treat them like somebody that you want to come back. A lot of times we go to these Asian businesses to support them, but then that's the last time we go there because the experience that we had, it wasn't a good one. Well, if we can change the perspective, change the mindset that the customer is what's gonna make your business successful. Respect them, treat them right, give them the service that they deserve because they're the one giving you the money. And if we start doing that, at least at the lowest level, we're gonna make a lot of changes. The second thing that we can do is planning. You can't run a business and not plan. Without planning, eventually that business is gonna be out of business because you have to plan. You have to plan for growth. You have to plan for bad times. Again, this coronavirus, a lot of businesses end up having to close their door. Why? Because they never really had a plan. But the businesses that had a plan, businesses that could adapt quickly, they survived coronavirus. But a lot of businesses that couldn't adapt, they didn't survive.
Well, the people that I hear a lot about that are extremely successful in business, they share about moment where things were really terrible for them, but they just had to regroup and be
Right.
creative again and venture into whatever other um, type of businesses they think they should venture. But you mentioned that a lot. You have to know which idea that's going to really make things grow and get you successful. Is in your personal experience, hearing you talk about how you went to college and you did the accounting, and it's like you kind of stick to what you know. You're a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
accountant,
Yeah.
and the stability in the choices that you have made, where you remain Mr. D, the accountant, and the teacher. And yet now you get the JD Technical
Yeah.
Institute. So it's how you could see how everything it's level. Do you recommend that for anyone, like in they want to venture into business, they want to be creative, they want to create? Does that play a strong role into how do you identify yourself in what you're going to do? And that's what's going to really keep you in that level of success.
Yeah. I think it's important to do what you're comfortable, what you love. Okay. Um, I never want to work at a place where I have to fight with myself to go to work. I love to do what I love to do. Okay. If you if you may have a job that's paying you $100,000, $150,000 a year. If you don't like it, if you're miserable, you're not going to last. You're not going to give your best. Whereas you can have a job that's paying you $30,000 a year, where you barely survive financially, but yet you love it, you enjoy it. So I would always advise people to do what you love. Now, I know a lot of people, they want to be nurses, they want to be doctors, they want to be engineer. I never want to be one of those things. I knew what I love to do, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to be an accountant, and I did that, and I love it. So every day that I wake up, I am proud to be an accountant, which is why everything that I've done since finishing college is always aligned with my degree. It's always aligned with what I love to do. It's always aligned with what I enjoy doing. And if we do that, you find joy in what you do, as opposed to being reluctant, as opposed to always being so mad, so pissed at people. No, do what you love and love what you do.
For the JD Technical Institute, what are the numbers like in spite of the pandemic in the classes with the
Well,
registration?
this is something that we just started. I started that Yeah, I started that with one class, an accounting class, because I wanted to teach the class myself. So I have about 15 students, which is the maximum that I wanted to do, because I wanted to make sure that I give everybody the attention that they deserve and that they need. So we have 15 students. We meet weekly on Zoom, and then I teach. I do the lecture for like 3 hours on a Sunday afternoon, and then during the week, they have assignment that they complete, and they have access during the week. They can ask me questions. They can email me. They can text me. They can call me on video chat, and then I can explain to them. Oh, here's what it is. I have students in Haiti in the class. I have students that are in Colorado in the class. I have somebody in Tampa. I have some people in Palm Beach. I have people in Boynton. So I have people all over doing the class, and we are having a blast. We're having a whole lot of fun, and then it's really nice. And the class
When you
come with workbook that you can access online.
okay, so someone who's not in the area in New York, anywhere, they can actually sign up for a class, or does it have to be Florida?
Yeah, yes, they can. No, we can be anywhere. In fact, I have students in Haiti. I have two students in Haiti taking the class. The class is in English though. They do speak English, but the class is entirely in English.
This is great. This is great. Um, are they the students when they know? Do they know your background when you're teaching at the institute? Do they know this is a professor from FAU? You know.
Well, they know because a lot of the people in the class, they friends, some family members that wanted to support the project. So yeah, they know. And you know what's funny about it, Benji, is that um, I teach the class the exact same way that I teach at FAU, that I teach at SAF University. You know why? Because I believe in quality. I don't believe in a watered down approach. If I'm gonna do something, I give 100%. And if I'm gonna do it, I wanna do it right. Even if you're paying $10 for something, somebody's paying $100 for it, I'm gonna give you the exact same service for the $10 with the $100 because that's what I agreed to do. Simply because you're paying less does not mean that you deserve less. You get the same great service. So of course, some of the students don't have college level, so I have to kind of make sure that I explain it in a way that they can understand. But the approach, the materials that I'm teaching is the same material that I will teach at a college level class. In fact, I have students who are at FAU doing accounting, taking the class so that they can understand the basic before they even go into the accounting degree and things like that.
That's great. I'm super proud of you. I like listening to you really going over all these
Oh, thank
different
you.
elements, but your great success and the humility. That's what really kills me. This is really good. You're a great teacher.
Well, to be
Great
honest
teacher.
with you, me and you, Benji, we went back a long way. I think it's interesting that I tell the story at this point. First of all,
At all.
I want to
On the corner,
congratulate you on your show.
on the
I,
corner,
I really, I really enjoy watching it.
we get personal on the
Yeah,
corner.
I remember. Yeah, yeah, I
Go ahead.
remember. I tutor your daughter when she was in
Yes,
elementary school.
many years ago. Yeah.
That's many years
Many
ago.
years ago. And the amazing thing, he did not realize that I was Haitian. I was like, "What? Are you serious?"
Yeah, yeah.
That was so funny. That was so funny. Tutoring my kids for years and
Yeah, we
years and
spent
years.
several sessions working with your daughter. I had no idea that you were, and I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So you see, that means that
But you,
that
you're a
means
very
that
nice person, and you always stay the same from the time I met you. So,
I will never change. That's the way it's supposed to be. And to me, it was great for me to have you, talk about what you have done, how you have accomplished what you have accomplished, and you remain the same. You never change. You just never change. That's what's amazing to me. It's still the same, Mr. D. Polite,
Yeah.
uh, very, very
If I'm
poised
gonna change, I wanna change for the better, not for the worse.
and always helpful. This is really, really, really great. So not only you do the taxes, you help the business grow. So if someone wants to start up a business, if someone has an idea, you can help them.
Yes. If you want to start a business, I can help you set it up from being incorporated to being able to have employee, to have your tax ID. I can help you do all that. I can help you put together a budget on how to run the company. I can help you set up for your payroll and how to pay taxes for the business. I can help you do it. If you want to do a tax exempt application, I can help you get your tax exempt. So when you're buying product, you don't have to pay taxes on that. If you want to set up a non-profit organization, you want to be what they call a 501c3. I can help you get that from the IRS so that if you have a wonderful social entrepreneurial idea, you wanna help your community, you wanna build something to help the community, I can help you get those documents so that you can get tax deductible donations and things like that. Yes.
Very good. Well, it was great having you. And any idea that you have in the
Thank you.
next months coming, please come and share it because I think the business owners, we need the more, economic development, economic empowerment for our community. And those great ideas that you share were really great. And especially when things
I
kind of
appreciate it.
died
Thank you
down
for
a
the
bit with
invite.
the pandemic, that would be quite helpful. So, all the boss ladies, this is the men to contact. This was your special today to kind of wrap up the edition of Women's History Month. That was the special for them tonight. I say, hey, we're gonna get a guy to really talk about money, talk about business, and we need to grow. you know, Typically, the guests don't share the numbers like that or anything, but in your case, I think you gotta give that number out. What's the number you can be reached?
Sure, I'll be more than happy to. They can reach me at 561-376-0220.
561-376-0220. It was a pleasure having you, Dee. And tell your son good night for me. I know you already went to bed. Come back
All right.
again. And I enjoy listening to how you went through all those little struggles. And your dad, that was new for me. That was great to discover about that. Thank you for accepting the
Yeah, I
invitation.
appreciate it. Thank you.
It
Thank
was
you
great
for
having you
having
on
me.
the tomorrow. All right, have a
Always
good night.
let me know anytime. I'll be here.
Uh, My guest was
All right,
Mr. D from Jadee Technical Institute and also Jadee and Associate Services. It was great to discover much more about him. We have our Haitian business owners and also professors. He teaches at FAU University. He teaches finance. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. I was really glad. I want to say hello to the Miss Beanies watching. This is my gift that I have. Beautiful. Thank you. And tonight I didn't have Cremasse from Bon Cremasse like I from Maryland. I want to thank her for this great cremasse and also her good product, Munich Cosmetics. You could go on the IG page if you want a product that's not going to change your color. It's no bleaching cream. Maryland does cream and soap and oil. Everything is organic and natural. You could still keep your skin tone because I don't like bleaching. That's not for me. And that's why I use Munich Cosmetic. And also, you want to have an event, Crystal Event Hall. However you want the place decorated, they will decorate the place and you can choose your catering. It's 561-577-7097 for all your parties, your conferences and funeral reception, birthday parties, graduation, wedding, you name it, Crystal Event Hall. Netronics with Lewis, it's 561-404-880. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone for tuning in. It was a pleasure being with you tonight. We're going to do it again and again and again and again. My guest was Mr. D from Jadee and Associate Services, Jadee Technical Institute. The number to reach him is 561-376-0220. You need a great accountant that's going to make sure your business is well run, your business does not get in trouble if you get audited by the IRS, who can speak on your behalf and fix whatever it is, and for you to really pay your taxes how you should pay your taxes, and for you not to cut corners and do things in not the proper way. It's Mr. D, 561-376-0220, Jadee Technical Institute, booking and bookkeeping and accounting. Thank you to Max for always supporting. Max, all the way from New York, watches the show. And I want to thank those that are in Haiti as well. And I cannot end the show without saying thank you to Tanisha, who's in South Korea. Just be patient because she will be coming on the platform of the corner. You will hear her out. She's over there teaching. And I can't wait. I can't wait to have her as a guest because it's pretty amazing that she's all the way there. It's quite an experience that she's having. we like where you get to hear so much more about those different type of guests. Next week we have more guests coming up for you this whole month in April. Those guests will be coming and telling you much more of their stories. We want you to tune in. Keep on subscribing to our channel, Benji D Corner. Share the link with your friends. When you tune in and you subscribe, go and view all our different episodes that we have done in the comfort of your home at the time that is more convenient for you, because there are some of you who you don't have the opportunity to watch and stream with us live, but you could always at any time at your convenience kind of tune in and watch our broadcast that we bring to you on YouTube. Go on our page on Facebook, it's Benji D Corner, and also on IG, Benji D Corner. You could see all the information about our different guests. And thank you. Thank you. It was a pleasure being with you. Until next time, we will bring you another episode on the corner. We did it. We're going to celebrate. We're celebrating tonight because this is exciting because we did our 10th episode. I want to thank my little one for watching. Little Sydney, thank you, sweetie. Thank you for watching, for being so supportive of this program. It's a whole team. Thank you to my publicist, Latasha, with Let's Buzz Talk, for all your business strategies. You have a brand new idea, social media, and you want to look good and really make it happen. You want Natasha in your corner. Go to the IG page and DM her, send her a message, inbox her, and she'll be able to hear what you have to say and what you want to do. And she will really make your reality come true. And also, I want to thank the support of you who's at home, who's always watching. I really would not have this platform without you who continuously sharing, liking, and sharing, sending the comments and the feedback that we get from you. It's your girl, Benji D. Thank you. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Whoa, this was a great one. And until next time, for another show coming up for you with more stories, more exchange. And so long, everyone. Jaleesa, good night. She was with us. Don't forget to pre-order your beanies for the weekend. And with my nice cup, don't forget to pre-order your beanies. Go on the beanies IG page and also go on Facebook. So long, everyone. Much love to you all. And I want to thank you for continuously supporting. Don't forget, you got to subscribe. You got to add our numbers. Subscribe, and like our channel and subscribe. It's very important. Tell few friends, whoever keeps on viewing our stream that we do live. After you do, send it to 5 friends and 5 more friends, send it to 5 more friends, and the numbers will add up this way. Thank you. And thank you so much for being with us this evening. Until next time, Benji D signing off. So long, everyone. I like to say always, mwah, have a wonderful evening And if you're going to be watching the show, have a great day, whatever time it may be. Thank you.